everybody, this is Excalibur of Excalibur Zone Gaming, and welcome to another indie game Let's Play and Review. I'm going to reduce the sound on Firefox until the music goes away. Unfortunately, I cannot deal with having the audio so loud because I've got a child that's sleeping in the other room, and even though I'm on headset, I don't want to have to yell or feel like I'm yelling over this. So I see media. Okay, you can rotate your ship and see what it looks like. How nifty. Excuse me. Now let's go back to main menu. We're going to go to, there are no options to turn the audio up or down. So, guys, you might want to think about doing that. Let's take a look at the player ship, and this is where we select the ship. This is kind of blurry looking. I mean, this is nice and sharp, but I guess that's a render for the graphics. But this is all kind of blurry. I wonder if this is the in-game graphics. I don't know. So we'll just go ahead and select the default ship. And it looks like we just start the game. Let's see what the controls are. Is it WASD? Oh god. Alright people, this game needs some serious help in the control department because it is really difficult to use WASD to move around. You need to give us control, key control. Alright, I'm using the keyboard and the keys. There we go. And this is not easy. Is this a playable game? Can you only destroy the asteroid? Because I'm firing at ships and nothing's happening. There we go. I died. Okay. Is this the only thing you can do is fire like this? If so, that's kind of weird. This movement is sluggy and moves too much. Let's try again. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and take a moment here and explain what's going on. I'm doing an indie game Let's Play and Review. This is a blind play through the game where I give a usability test and I explain how things are working and how I'm reacting to the game, how I like the graphics and stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is you're probably going to see a lot of issues, a lot of bugs pop up as this happens in some games. I've got some beta games, some alpha games. This one is definitely in a beta stage, maybe even an alpha stage or a proof of concept at this point. The issue here is, well, not the issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to critique for about 20 minutes, and I should have explained this beforehand. And we're going to keep playing the game and keep playing the game. We're going to try all the options and everything, and at the end I'm going to give a rating of 1 to 5 in half-star increments, describing how much fun I had in the game, whether I'd play the game again, and whether I'd recommend the game. So we're going to go through and we're going to do this. We're going to play 20 minutes of the game, maybe 30 or so. Probably about 20 minutes because it doesn't look like there's much you can do in the game yet. And then we're going to see what we can come up with. So let's go ahead and we're going to start the game again. And we're going to try... I can tell you right now the controls are super problematic. They don't... Okay, that didn't tell me anything. Alright, we've got boosters. Okay. So that's a little bit better of an explanation. Alright. I guess that's... one of the things you guys need to do is you need to fix the controls. You really need to fix them. Because movement in this is beyond impossible to do. because it is so kludgy. I'm not kidding here. These controls are not easy to use at all. And it's kind of hard to tell what is a power-up and what is not a power-up, because they all pretty much look like power-ups to me, or they look like enemy ships. Like, what is that? Is that a power-up? Is this a power-up? Are these power-ups? Ugh. The controls have to be fixed. They have to be fixed. Because this is so sluggish, it is nearly unusable. I move up and it goes up like way too far. I move down. It's not going up anymore. It stopped going up entirely. Let's see here. Let's hit W. W fixes it for some reason. Okay, so looks like we found some bugs here. We're getting a lot of explosions. Yay, your particle effects are pretty nice for the most part. I do like them, and I don't know if you should be using Star Trek graphics for your game. Those are copyrighted, because I'm seeing some ships, I believe that right there is a Star Trek, and I die. Okay, I'm seeing Star Trek, what's its shuttlecraft coming through here. What the heck just happened? I hit that and it's pushing me straight up to the edge of the screen without being able to go back. Is this like a weird thruster system or something? There we go. Now we go back. That was not a... And we don't even know what the majority of these things are. What is that? Ugh. Yeah, I die. Let's see here. That's definitely an enemy ship. That's an enemy ship. That's an enemy ship. That's a power-up, a single power-up. I'm not sure what that one thing is, or what that is. Or what that is. That looks like it might be a power-up, but it's not letting me do anything. And that's a power-up that doesn't do anything. Here's a tip. If you have power-ups floating on the screen, just let them heal the ship, rather than have them float by and do nothing. Your particle effects are definitely pretty good. I would... okay, I hit that thing, and now I can't go down. Let's see here. Hitting S, okay. That really makes no sense at all. What the heck is... Why the heck is that making me go to one part of the screen and do nothing else? Alright. Now, if this is supposed to be a shmup, this is lacking any type of physical dexterity to be one. I mean, yeah, it's a shoot 'em up, but there's a lot going on here that really is not making any sense whatsoever. Let's change a ship to this just for the fun of it. We're going to select that ship and start the game. I have a sinking feeling that this ship is probably going to be the same thing, just with different weapons. Okay. Okay, I can't go back now or forward. I can only go up and down. So apparently that one power-up that you see is not a power-up. It's a detriment that causes you to your thrusters to go all weird, wacko. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to really ding you on the controls. You need to get them really taken care of before this can go anywhere near live. And now I'm stuck in place, unable to do anything. What did I hit? I can't go up or down. Are those bugs, or is that intended? It doesn't say. Are those good or bad? It doesn't say. And if they're bad, why can't we just blow them up? There's some pretty stuff going on here. You can see there's a lot of stuff that is just plain extra junk that's going on here. Let's go up and get that healing. I guess we're at full. We don't need it. And there's the Star Trek ship, which I think you need to really get rid of because Paramount will come and jump on your face if this happens to go live with that in there. Whether it looks like it or not, that whether you intend it to look the way or not. Oh boy, I hit one of those things. I don't know what it does. And I die. And I see I've got 2 lives. I'm at level 3 apparently. Am I supposed to be destroying all... Whoa, that just made me go all the way to the bottom of the screen with no possible way to stop it. Alright, this is definitely a beta. I would have to say that it's not even really beta ready yet. It's more of a proof of concept that it can be done because while some of the graphics are pretty, this is nowhere near the responsiveness that it needs, and it is very inaccurate when moving. Something you do not want in a shmup. You want to be able to move very dexterously without any issues. Looks like I'm about to die. Let's see if I can find something to heal me with. Alright, does that help? No, it just gives me something. You need to put in a tutorial level so that we know what's going on, and now I'm stuck in place. I'm going to be shooting forward until I can go down. Boom. And I'm still stuck. What the heck is going on? I don't know. Whoa, this acts like no other shmup that I am aware of. So, there we go. Gonna see if we can't get some sort of life out of this. Where is the med pack that I've seen? A lot of times in shoot 'em ups, you will have some way to get extra points by killing a bunch of the same dudes. And the fact that, yeah, I died there. Almost got to level 4, okay. Because look at this, I tap back, I'm tapping back and nothing's happening. You have to really press, and now I'm stuck in place. I can't do anything because apparently I hit one of those cursed piece of junk power-ups, whatever those things are. Are they out of control thrusters? What are they? Tutorial level is going to be needed. You're going to have to explain what all the power-ups do and what all the detriments do. You're going to have to explain what is the purpose of this. Is it just to shoot and kill things and that's it, nothing else? That is a question. What was that random planet that just went by? This is some really odd stuff. I mean, goodbye NCC 170X whatever it was. I can't even remember. What's this here? Invulnerability. Oh, healing thing, and I missed it. Alright. It's interesting that there are some that have 2 of those, looks like double guns there right down here. You get the double ones, but if you see them singly, you can't get them singly. That is really weird. Alright, keep hitting those things. Why are they even there? So that's odd. What just happened? I don't know. Did we go up a level? Yeah, we hit level 5. That's what this is. And down we go. We're gonna blow things up. We just hit one of those curse things. Now we can't go up or down. We can only go back and forth, so we can't get any. Oop, there we go. Game over. Ooh, I'm gonna have to stop. The game is really, really, really not ready for any type of, at least this is the browser version of it. It is very unresponsive. It doesn't explain anything that's going on the screen. I mean, you show some power-ups that look like power-ups, some that aren't power-ups, some that are ships, some that are, well, you can tell the asteroids from everything else, and I can sort of see how, where you're going with this. I like the fact they have multiple ships, but overall they don't look nearly half as good as what you've got in your logo. I mean, this is a day and age where you can take the ship that you've rendered in the logo and render the sprites to look nearly identical to that, including lighting and all that. And this is Unity. You could use Unity 3D to go in and make some high definition models and have them light shaded and everything, so that when you move around you'll have nice lighting and everything on your models. You could have star fields going in front and in back, and these random planets that just pop up out of nowhere. This looks like it was just put together to shoot things, and that's it. Nothing else. There's no technical skill behind it. It's just to shoot, and try and get the highest score possible, and not be able to move around, make it really super challenging. Well, you need to set it up so that it is very, very responsive. Those controls were god awful. I'm sorry to say. And just look at past shoot 'em ups like Galaga or Galaxian even. Even they had, I think, was it Galaga where you went around in a circle and you're firing down through what looks like a wormhole, then you go through several waves and you go to a planet, and then you fight more waves, or it's a bonus round. There is no aim to this. You just go up in level as you shoot things, and the thing gets more difficult by throwing more enemies at you without commensurate power-ups and without increased control. Now, if it started off sluggish and then you got power-ups that stayed with your ship and gave you better and better and finer control, that would be one thing, but this doesn't give you that. I'm gonna have to say that you really, really, really need to put a lot of work into this if you want this to succeed in any store, in any platform. Now, this could just be the Unity web player that's causing the issues. I could not get this to run in BlueStacks app player because it kept crashing. So there's even no footage for that. It would just come up, show the Unity, and then it would go away. So there's something going on there between the Unity loading screen. It looked like it got to 75% or so, 80%, and then it would bomb out. So I don't know how it would act on an Android tablet or phone. You're going to have to get that up in the store and have people give you tests on that. Now let me take a quick sip of my drink. You need to put options in here to allow you to, at least for PCs, adjust the controls. I've heard that Unity, you can't do that. I tend to disagree. There should be some way to adjust mappings to controls within the game, even if you have to program it yourself. You need to be able to get away from the WASD. At least you had the cursor keys that you could use. If you could detect if there's a controller or something, that would be awesome. I mean, I could run software that maps my controller to the cursor keys and the A to the space, but the goal of the game developer is to make the game as seamless and easy to use as possible for the player. Otherwise, if it's too difficult for the player to use, they're not going to come back to it, and you're going to lose the replayability in any possible future customer once this comes out of beta and goes into live production. I like the graphics for the most part. I mean, they really need a lot of work. The random planets that just fly by, that makes no sense. It's like, oh look, there's a planet, woohoo! And then you keep going, and then later on, oh look, there's another planet. I mean, what are we doing? Are we just traveling through space, or going around in orbit around the Earth or something? We're just going in a straight line. What is the goal? Just to shoot and gain points, and that's it? I mean, in a lot of shoot 'em ups that I've played, there's some sort of goal, some bosses or something that you work with, you work towards getting. As it stands, and I know it's beta, I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 because I'm not touching this thing with a 10-foot pole the way it is. I can't control the ship well because of the sluggishness of the controls that you've got installed. You need to sit down and look at your control and make it responsive as possible. Because if you can't move the ship and you can't fire to get out of the way of the objects in time, then it is not a game worth playing in this category. You could possibly turn it into a puzzle game where you have to figure out the certain combination of firing or something like that, but it doesn't look like that's what your goal with this is. Now I know it says Stellar 2D. Now is the 2D tacked on there because you don't know how to do the 3D modeling and 3D animation yet? Or is it 2D because you want it to be 2D sprites? If it's 2D sprites, then you need to get away from the PNGs and GIFs and then go JPEGs even, and go straight into making maybe a 16-bit pixelated shoot 'em up like everybody grew up on with the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Go retro with it and make it Stellar Retro 2D and make all the retro gamers gaga over your game. Then give it responsiveness and give it power-ups that blow up the screen that make you go, holy crap, look at that. You need to put in weapons that like shoot rings that bounce around the screen or home in on things instead of just little light pellets that shoot out. Really take a look at the game. My biggest suggestion here is to go and play a crap ton of shoot 'em ups if you want to make a shoot 'em up, so that you can see how they're done. Look at the ones that are out there. I'm not going to mention any by name because that's part of your research that you need to do. If you want to jump into the shoot 'em up arena, you got to know what's out there. You've got to know what your competition is. You got to go in and you've got to beat them at their own game. So again, 1 out of 5. I'm not going to recommend this. If you need beta testers, I'll say, hey, this guy needs beta testers. Go over and give him a piece of your mind. Don't be kind. Tell him how it is. Tell him what you think. Give him praise where praise is due, but tell him what you find wrong with it, and do not hold back, because without the criticism, you're not going to be able to make this game better. Find out what people dislike about the game and fix it. So that's all I have for this game. 1 out of 5. There, I said, third time's a charm. I may do a revisited on this. If it gets massive improvement, we'll have to see. And just so you know, my revisited, it's an IG LPR revisited where I go and do it a live stream, and I spend an hour live streaming the game. So the game has to get some major improvement before that happens. Until next time, enjoy playing games. If you want to help beta test this, head on over to Stellar 2D and give them your support. Beta test it, tell them what you think, fill out the form. Please like, favorite, and subscribe. Without that feedback, I don't know what you guys like, and I don't know where to focus my improvements and what content you enjoy the most. If you could, please go to www.patreon.com/ExcaliburZone and become a supporter. Every dollar counts, and every time you support me, you're supporting a bunch of other people, because 1/2 of my net proceeds from Patreon goes to charity. As always, this is Excalibur, and I am out.